So this is a picking of Malabar spinach. I got it soaking in salted water, but just to give you an idea of how rich the leaves are looking, just from a little pot, 20-inch barrel planter. So I'll let it soak and then rinse it out, chop it up and cook it. So this is my Malabar spinach, and it's really taking off. I started them indoors, and you know how spinach is normally the targeted vegetable crop for bugs. So these are the Malabar spinach seeds. It was mailed to me from Alberta. I'm now in Ontario, and this was in early spring, March. So these are the ones I planted in little pots and grew under lights indoors. Spinach. I picked most of it. I just snipped the leaves like that, and I'm gonna let the vine grow. I'm gonna creep on the balcony railing, and there's a few that's starting to vine right now. And so this was my first picking, and I just picked the leaves. I would like to cook it separately to taste it. I haven't tasted this before, so we're going to try and make something and see how it tastes. So the other thing is, if the leaves are like that and it's eaten, I just leave it alone. So if the bugs are feeding on it, they'll just feed on that leaf and won't attack most of the other leaves. So I guess we gotta share. There's some leaves here you can see that's not looking, it's probably been eaten a little bit, and I will leave that alone and pick the rest. There was quite a good picking from maybe about half a dozen or so trees, plants, mature plants. And there's some still smaller plants starting to grow. Some of the squash elected to be in the spot. I don't know how it got there, but the plants are looking nice and healthy so far. So I think I'm gonna snip off the tip so it's gonna get side shoots and it'll be more productive. So I'll take it out there. You can see the stalk down there. It will probably send off shoots around here where I snip the leaves off. So same with this. I think I'm gonna just take the top off, and the stems are edible, so I'm going to just snip it off there and include the stems with the leaves and cook it. And this now will send off new shoots by the nodes. I'm just gonna bury the root and just firm it down a little bit. And while I'm at it, these are available at the dollar store. They work perfectly for your pots if you're gardening, doing a lot of pot gardening, planting in pots. This is a mini set that comes in handy all the time. So they're available at the dollar store. So there they all are. This is one there. And let's watch it. I'll probably use the tops next time and see if I need any green onion tops. And I know if I need green onions, they're available right in my pot, just outside the kitchen door. This is the Malabar spinach. The vine cutting rooted within about 2 weeks. So it's another healthy plant. And this one, it's swollen at the node. Most likely it's going to root. Pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that one. Update on the Malabar spinach, where I trimmed the tops, and you can see there's several new shoots coming out on the stalk. I also picked some leaves, and I think the more you pick, the more you get. Again, there's earwig damage. That's a tip there. But let's see. This is a stalk that I cut. So it's sending off side shoots. One stalk that I cut, it's sending off vines from the side shoot. There's a side shoot there. It seems quite healthy, except for being eaten by earwigs. And side shoots. And there's a tip that I trimmed off. It's doing pretty healthy. Another vine from the side shoot there on the top. So I think they need to be cut back for you to get a good picking in the summer. If you're in a cold country, and if you top it off or just even pinch the tops and sides, you're going to get bushier plants with a lot of side shoots like this. So I haven't picked since I just picked once, I think. Yes, just once. So the other little ones are coming up. And here's the earwig control. You can't see it clearly, but there's some trapped earwigs in there. There's soy sauce and oil. So seems to be working. I put this in maybe about 3 days ago. So some of it has been eaten, but the newer leaves are looking good. So there's a new leaf here, and that's an older leaf that's been eaten up. Time for another picking. So there's a bit of space here in the same pot with my Malabar spinach. I'm just gonna dig a little hole and pop the cutting, the rooted cutting, so it can grow. Place it in the hole. Cover it up. And just firm down the soil gently. You don't want to break the roots. So it's in a protected corner of the pot, so it can grow there. Give it some water and it can be on its way. All planted. Some water. Rooted, I'll be planting it in this pot as well. The next day, this rooted out. So I'll plant this in a day or two. This is the second cutting of the Malabar spinach. It's looking quite healthy, fresh. Some little shoots gonna come out from the nodes on the stem, and yeah, looking pretty healthy. The second cutting just planted, it rooted pretty well, and the top scent of green leaves and looking quite healthy. So it started clinging onto the railing of the balcony, so I snipped it again, and it's looking quite good. I did a second or third picking. There's the first cutting is taking off, so new shoots after the second or third picking. You can see the vine is snipped off here. I topped it off, and these are the side shoots of the main vine, and this one was topped off there, so it's sending more side shoots. And new leaves after being topped off from the other plants. That I just planted now. The little plants, these ones are almost stagnant in growth because they're under the leaves of the squash plants. Earwig control. Seems quite a few earwigs in there, and looking forward to another picking soon. This is the Malabar spinach with the green banana and peas, vegetarian. Good with flatbread or rice, or in a wrap with some cheese and toasted. Great